everyone! Welcome to Food Desires. My name is Desiree and today we're going to show you how to make a plant-based version of lox or salmon. Since we're heading towards Christmas, we thought it would be a good idea to create a plant-based version of something that you typically have during Christmas times. I haven't made this recipe before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're creating two different recipes, one with carrots and one with tomatoes. I started by preheating the oven to 170 degrees Celsius. And after that, I've simply just rinsed my carrots under water, and you need some salt. So here I have a baking dish. You simply need to cover the bottom of the baking dish with salt. Alright, and don't forget, use salt that is suitable for baking in the oven. Putting the carrots in. It helps a lot if they are still a bit wet, then the salt will actually just combine with the carrots a little bit better. Cover them up. Alright, so they should be totally covered with salt, and then you simply put it in the oven for around 1.5 hours. Okay, so I've taken the carrots out of the oven, and whilst that is cooling, I'm simply going to create the marinade. And all you need is 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and then the equal amount of soy sauce, and then I'm just adding 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and this is optional, but we're choosing to add some liquid smoke, just a few drops. So now we've taken the carrots out of the oven, and I'm simply going to separate them from the salt, rinse them under cold water before I chop them up. Okay, so just cover the bowl in foil and put it in the fridge. This should be in the fridge for at least 2 days, and ideal 3 to 4 days. So it'll allow it to just soak up that liquid and ton of flavor. Okay, so for the second recipe, we are using tomatoes, and once again, we'll just rinse them under water. And after that, we'll just make a cut in the middle. And then we're just going to boil the tomatoes for a few minutes until the shell starts to come off. Okay, so now it's time to peel the tomatoes, chopping them up and putting them into a bowl, and then we'll make the marinade. Okay, so for the marinade, we will start by adding 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and 2 tablespoons of soy, And then the recipe calls for kelp powder. We couldn't find that at the supermarket, so we simply grinded up some nori strips or nori sheets. Okay, so the reason for using nori in this recipe is that it will actually give that distinct fish flavor. Nori is an algae, and algae has a ton of vitamins, and it also contains omega-3, so that will actually help balance out your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. So you should really try and infuse algae in your diet. I will just cover the bowl with foil and put it in the fridge for at least 2 hours, but ideal I'll just keep it overnight just to enhance the flavor. Okay, so together with the lox, we are creating 2 different sauces that will combine super well with the flavors of the plant-based lox. This first recipe is actually a typical Swedish one. All you need is 1 deciliter of canola oil and then 1 tablespoon of mustard. The recipe calls for regular refined sugars, but since that has a very high glycogen index, we choose to use coconut sugar instead. Now what that means is that your blood sugar won't spike. And you also need some vinegar and then some dill, salt and pepper. I'm just simply going to throw all the ingredients into a blender and then adding the oil just a little bit at a time. Okay, so for the second recipe, we are creating a roe sauce, which is also very typical in the Scandinavian countries. This roe will obviously not come from fish. Instead, it's made from algae. So again, in a sauce, you get the benefits from algae, which is omega-3 and a ton of vitamins. The base of the sauce will be creme fraiche, but this one is made from oats. We have some Dijon, and some finely chopped red onions, and half a lemon, and then also some tomato puree, some dill, and salt and pepper. So we'll just start by adding the base into a bowl. This is 2.5 deciliters of oat creme fraiche. So we prepared our lox and it has been marinated in the fridge for around 3 days. And normally you would serve lox with potatoes in Sweden during Christmas, and otherwise you would probably serve it on bagels, but we're choosing sourdough bread with a ton of rye in. That is due to the fact that it has a ton of fiber in it, and fiber is the way to gut health. Let's assemble. Okay, so starting off with some cream cheese. This is a Swedish brand called Oatly. You can use any plant-based cream cheese of your choice. I love cream cheese, so I will use a generous amount. And here we have the lox, which is carrots, obviously. Now all there is left to do is just try them out and see which one of them is the best. I'll start out with the carrot. These actually taste very similar to lox. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like the carrot had more like a lox consistency, like they were very similar. I think it's because it has like a fatty consistency, but the tomato, oh my god. The tomato is definitely the winner when it comes to flavor, but that might have something to do with the fact that we added nori into it. But they're so delicious. Oh my god, I'm super excited. I'm definitely doing this again and again, and definitely serving this to all my friends. Okay, I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that we've shown you just how easy plant-based foods can be. And once you try the recipes, you will obviously realize just how delicious they are. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.